Bumblebees, welcome to your maths lesson today. So we're going to start today by subtracting numbers using an efficient written method. So we had a go at adding numbers yesterday, so we're going to have a look at taking them away today, which is what subtract means. So you can see two calculations that we have got on the board here. So I would like you to have a go seeing if you can work out the answers to both of these calculations. If you need to use a written method, if you don't, then you can complete the question just using mental maths. So we can count back or we can count on if the numbers are close to each other. So just have a think about those different strategies in order to answer the questions, and then come back and find out how you have got on. Okay, welcome back, Bumblebees. So we're going to have a go at completing this calculation here, which is 20 subtract 6. Now I know that we can count back from 20 and take away 6 using our fingers. So we could do that now if we put 20 into our head and count back 6, so we can use our fingers and stop when we get to 6. So pop 20 in your head. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and stop, because that was my 6 fingers. So my answer that I have arrived at here is the answer 14. Okay. Now we can also do this with our jottings. So we can have 20 and we can subtract 6. Or you could do it with counters, or you could do it with a number line. It is entirely up to you how you want to work out using all the different strategies that you can for the calculation. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. We've got the number 13 and we're going to subtract 7. So again, we can count back from 13 and use our fingers and stop when we've got 7 fingers. Or for this one, the numbers are very close to each other. We could start at 7 and count up till we get to 13. So let's use that method this time. So pop the number 7 in your head and stop counting when you get to 13. So 7 goes in your head. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and stop, because we've arrived at the right answer. So the answer to 13 subtract 7 is 6. So well done if you've managed to get those correct. So using these different methods, I would like you to have a go at answering these questions. So if you are normally in yellow, green, blue and purple group, please can you focus on these questions here, and if you are in red and orange, please focus on these questions here. If you want to challenge yourself, you are more than welcome to have a go at those sets of questions. Send your answers through to me and I will see how well you have got on with those. Okay, welcome back, Bumblebees. I hope you managed to do your subtractions really well. So for the remainder of today's lesson, we're going to compare and order units of measure using our greater than and less than and equals to signs. So we're going to have a look at using those in a number of different questions. So we've got some questions here on the board where we have got the symbols missing to make the statements correct. So we're going to work through each one in order to show you how to answer each one, and then on the website there are plenty of questions to let you have a go at practicing. So the first one we're going to do is this one here. So we're going to do 45, and it's 45, and then look carefully at the units. It's grams. So 45 grams, and then we have a box, an empty blue box, and then I've got the number 54 grams. So that box is asking for one of these symbols. So is it going to be less than, is it going to be greater than, or is it going to be equals to? Okay, so we need to look carefully at the numbers. So here we've got the number 45 and here we've got the number 54. Now, I'm being a little bit mean here because 45 and 54 look very, very similar to each other. However, their values are very different. So in the number 45, you could draw your jottings underneath, which would help you. So we've got 4 tens and 5 ones. And for the number 54, we've got 5 tens. So straight away, I know one of them is larger than the other. So which one of those has got more tens? Well, straight away, I know that 54 has got more tens than 45. So that means that 45 is going to be less than 54. Okay, well done if you managed to work that one out a little bit quicker than I did. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the next question. I'm just going to extend the board down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to work on the pink question this time. Now you can see that the pink question has lots of calculations. So we have got 10, add 10, add 10, add 5, something, one of those symbols, 20, add 15. So before we even think about the symbol, we need to work out what is on this side and what is on the other side. So to do that, I'm going to use my jottings. So I have got 10 mils, 10 millilitres and 10 millilitres, and then 5 millilitres. So I know straight away I could use my jottings. So I've got 10, 10, 10, and 5 ones. Okay, so when I combine those together, I can see straight away the number is 35 millilitres. Okay, for this side. Okay, then I'm going to put a huge box here for my symbol, which I don't know what the symbol is at the moment because I need to work out what this side is. So again, I can draw my jottings. So here I've got 20 millilitres. Okay, and here I've got 15, so I've 1 10 and 5 ones. So when I combine this amount here, I have got 35 millilitres. Okay, so I can actually see that both of those calculations are in fact equal to each other, even though this one has 10 add 10 add 10 add 5, and this one has 20 add 15, they are both equal in number. Okay, and the final type of question that you might get today might involve 3 separate numbers and 2 boxes where we need to place our greater than and less than or equals to sign. So I'm just going to write it again and make it a little bit bigger. So we've got 65 centimetres. Remember, the units are important today. We have got 56 centimetres. And then we have got the final one, and don't forget there's another square just there to make my statement complete. We've got 43. Now again, look carefully at the digits in each number. We've done quite a lot of work this week on place value, so if you're finding this tricky, you can always go back over the work that we have completed this week. So again, 56 here and 65 here are quite tricky numbers because they look very similar, apart from this has got 6 tens and this one has got 5 tens. And I know, and you know, that 6 tens is larger than 5 tens. So that must mean that we need a greater than sign in that box. Okay? Now, I don't need to worry about the 65 because I've used that one now. I need to focus on the 56 here and the 43 here. So I now need to decide, is 56 larger or smaller than 43? So once again, I know there's 5 tens in this number and there's 4 tens in this number. And I know 5 is larger than 4, so therefore in this box I must have a greater than symbol. So this whole statement says 65 centimetres is greater than 56 centimetres, which is greater than 43 centimetres. So well done if you've managed to get those correct. So if you head over to the school website, you will find lots of these questions for you to have a practice at placing those symbols in the correct place, remembering to look to see whether it is a less than symbol that you need, a more than symbol that you need, or an equals symbol. If you're finding it tricky, just keep popping back to this page and it will really help you with your maths. Have fun, take care, and I look forward to receiving your work later.